Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening to Wake Up, Look Up, a podcast where we connect events happening in real time to the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Zach Weihrauch. And in today's episode, we're asking the question, does drinking really kill you? That's because if you pay attention to the recent headlines, it sure sounds like it does. Alcohol Change UK, for example, a British group driving abstinence from alcohol, is pushing something they're calling Dry January. 1/3 of British men are expected to participate, going 31 days without drinking alcohol. Hey, okay, that makes sense. That's no big deal. But in the United States, the Surgeon General, Vivek Murthy, is actually pushing for alcohol, that bottle of wine you purchase at the grocery store, to have a similar warning label as cigarettes, saying that you're buying something that will kill you. In Canada, they've reduced the amount of alcohol recommended in a week in terms of max usage for men from 15 drinks a week to two drinks a week. Pretty steep drop. Also, just in general, you're hearing more and more studies are showing, air quotes for those of you listening to this, that alcohol is leading to liver disease and obesity and cancer and heart disease. And the truth is it does in excessive amounts. The World Health Organization estimates that about 1 in 20 deaths globally are connected to alcohol, meaning alcohol was a factor in that person's eventual demise. Over drinking will kill you, but over drinking is not the same thing as alcohol in general. This is where the Bible's wisdom on this topic is so helpful, because for thousands of years, the Bible has been pushing us to moderation, telling us that drunkenness is sinful. It leads to being controlled by something other than God. It is damaging to our bodies. The Bible's been pushing us to moderation, enjoying alcohol when appropriate and rejecting it when appropriate. Basically teaching us personal responsibility, the same principle we would apply to a variety of other topics. But this is not really a podcast on drinking. Here's my concern. In a culture where our view of authority is rapidly diminishing, our trust in governmental institutions rapidly declining, who wins from this kind of exaggeration? In fact, the article I read in The Economist was making this point. When you tell people alcohol kills you, when you tell them they shouldn't drink it at all, everybody knows you're exaggerating, and everybody knows that you're basically lying. And okay, maybe we let it slide, the same way your mom tells you if you don't wear a coat on a cold day, you're going to get pneumonia. You know that not wearing a coat doesn't lead to pneumonia, but she's being a mom. The problem is when the government exaggerates, when the government lies, it makes you less likely to listen to them in the future. I think most parents know this temptation. Sometimes the easiest thing to do with our kids is to over-exaggerate the consequences of a particular action to just get them to not do it. We don't have time to explain. We don't have time to nuance. But in parenting and in governments, that weakens your credibility. And it leads to alienation. People say, I can't take you seriously. I'm not listening to you, because the truth is alcohol in moderation not only is not harmful, some studies seem to indicate it actually can be helpful. Please, those in leaders, whether it's parents in the church or in the government, tell the truth, nuance, explain distinction. This is where the Bible puts such an emphasis on truthfulness and transparency from leaders, because it builds credibility. It leads to trust, so that when it really matters for people to listen, they will. Stop exaggerating, stop lying, just tell the truth and trust us to make responsible decisions for ourselves. Hey, thanks so much for watching this episode of Wake Up, Look Up. While you're here, take a minute to like and subscribe. Really helps us get the word out. Don't hesitate to leave a review wherever you might find this podcast on an audio level and help spread the word. And hey, while you're here, check out all the other content we have at Christ Community Chapel on YouTube. Some of those videos are popping up on the screen now. Click on one.